1/3 now. Well, 1/3 is slightly different because when you divide, so how many 3's going to 1? 0. And the 1 goes in, next to the 0, that makes it 10. So 3 times 3 is 9. Another remainder 1, put it next to 0, makes it 10. Another 3 there, and so on. And this is what we call recurring decimal place. It goes on, 3, 3, 3, and 3, 3. What we have done is just stopped by putting a little circle, a dot at the top. So we would go to 3 places here and stop it there. And so that 1/3 is the same as 0.33, all right? And now we're going to change that to your percentage. We multiply by 100, and that's where your point was before. 1, 2 places are right, and gives you 33.3. And I've just rounded this off, and so we put the answer at 33%. So at the bottom you can see 1/3 as a decimal is 0.33, and as a percentage is 33%. And that's your first question there. Now we will take up things like 3/4. Again, 3/4, as you can see, 4, 1 going to 3, so put a 0 there. That 3 goes next to the 0, makes it 30. The next number is 30, and 4 times 7 is 28. You got a remainder of 2, so stick the 2 there next to a 0, makes it 20, and 4 times 5 goes to 20. So 3/4 as a decimal is 0.75. Now you take the 0.75 and try to convert this into percentage. As usual, what we do is move 2 places to the right, and you get 75.0 or 75%. So the fraction 3/4 as a decimal is 0.75, and as a percentage is 75%. And that's the second question there. Now you take 1/5 next, and 1/5 means 1 divided by 5, so 1.00 divided by 5, 5 1 go into 1, we put a 0 there, and the remainder will go there and make a new number 10, and 5 times 2 is 10, and I put another 0 there. So 1/5 is 0.2 or 0.20. Now we take that, multiply by 100 to convert it to a percentage now. 1 and 2 places here, and you see I put the extra zeros. These are the places which I've actually filled with zeros. So the answer is 20% here. Now, so the fraction we started off was 1/5. As a decimal is 0.20. As a percentage is 20%. That's 1/5. Let's look at 2/5 now. And 2/5, same procedure. 2 divided by 5, 2.00 I put here, extra zeros. Now, how many 5's go to 2? 0. And so the next number is 20. The 2 goes here. And 5 times 4 is 20. Then I put another 0 there. So 0.40, or you can just simply put a 0.4. But if you are going to convert it into a percentage, then you're going to multiply by 100. So there's the point, 1 and 2 places, 40.0, which is 40%. So your 2/5, the fraction 2/5 is the same as 0.4 or 0.40. It's a decimal and it's 40%. And that's your 2/5. Let's look at 3/5. Now 3/5 again, 3.00 divided by 5. 5 can't go into 3, so 0 there at the top, and the remainder goes here and becomes the next number becomes 30, and 5 times 6 is 30. I put extra 0 there, which helps when you're multiplying by 100. So the answer there is 0.60 or 0.6 as a decimal. Now you take the 0.6 or 0.60 and multiply by 100, and you can see the arrows, 2 places are right, and that gives you 60%. So 3/5, the fraction 3/5 is the same as 0.6 or 0.60 as a decimal, and as a percentage is 60%. You must remember all these. Let's look at the next one. And next one is 4/5. That's 4 divided by 5. 5 can't go into 4. I put a 0 there, point. That 4 goes and goes next to a 0 makes it 40 here, next number 40. 5 times 8 is 40, and I put a 0 there. So 4 over 5, say 0.8 or 0.80. Now that decimal now 0.80, converting into a percentage, multiplying by 100. As you see here, 2 placed to right, 80.0, and we can write it as 80%. So again, 4 over 5, as a decimal is 0.80, and as a percentage is 80%. And so we've got now 5 over 6 again, and this is similar to 1 over 3 because you have a recurring decimal there. So 5 divided by 6, as you can see, 6 won't go into a 50, and so the next number is 50, and 6 times 8 is 48, 2 remainder, 2 sticks here, that makes it 20, 6 times 3 is 18, 2 remainder again, and it carries on and on and on. So I've just put a dot there to stop it there, and so 0.833, so 5 over 6 is 0.833, and so now we convert this into your percentage, multiply by 100, 1 and 2 places, so 80.83.3, I've just rounded off to 83%, and so 5 over 6 is the same as 0.83 recurring, and then 83%, which is rounded off. So 5 over 6 is 0.83 or 83%. So that's 5 over 6. Now this is a very commonly used fraction, and even the next one that follows this one is these are commonly used fractions. So you must remember this, and by heart. That's 1 divided by 8. Your 8 won't go into that 1, 0 point, and that 1 sticks there, 10. So next number is 10. 8 times 1 is 8. 2 remainder. 8 times 2 is 16. Now remainder 4, you put 4 there, it makes new number as 40. 8 times 5 is 40. So 1 over 8 is 0.125. Most important fraction in the decimal. We look at the percentage now. Multiply by 100. Again, 1, 2 places, and is 12.5% or 12.5%. So very important fraction. 1 over 8 as a decimal, remember, is 0.125. As a percentage, it is 12.5%. And this is one of the most important fractions. And the next one as well is very important, which you know is 3 over 8. And 3 over 8 now here, 3 divided by 8, 3.00, and 8 won't go into 3. So we put the 3 there. Next number is 30. 8 times 3 is 24. 6 remainder, 60. And 8 times 7 is 56. 4 remainder. And this last number is 40. And 8 times 5 is 40. So 3 over 8 is 0.375. Now we convert this into your percentage. And here you can see 2 places to the right. And it's 37.5%. Very important fraction again. 3 over 8 is 0.375 as a decimal. As a percentage is 37.5%. And those two fractions are very important. 1 over 8 and 3 over 8. And so we move on to 5 over 8. And again 5.000 divided by 8. Now 8 won't go into that 5. So we haven't used the 5. So we take it over here. The next number you have is 50. 8 times 6 is 48. You've got a 2 remainder. The next number is 20. 8 times 2 is 16. 4 remainder. And that makes your next number is 40. And 8 times 5 is 40. So there's no remainders now. So 5 over 8 is the same as 0.625. So your 0.625 multiply by 100 to convert into a percentage, and here you are, 1 and 2 places. So that makes it 62.5%. So what we've done is the 5 over 8 we've converted into a decimal here, 0.625, and converted the decimal into a percentage, which is 62.5. So 5 over 8 summary here, and decimal is 0.625, and your percentage is 62.5%. Now, the 7 over 8 is the next one. So 7 divided by 8. Now 8 1 going to 7 0. 7's not used, so we take it forward here. The next number is 70. And 8 times 8 is 64. And you have a remainder of 6, make it 60. 8 times 7 is 56 and a full remainder. And the next number is 40. 8 times 5 is 40. Divides exactly. And so 7 over 8 is 0.875 as a decimal. Another important, part. And then you convert it into percentage, multiply by 100. And you can see here, 1 and 2 places gives you 87.5% or 87.5%. So fraction 7 over 8. And the decimal is 0.875 and percentage conversion is 87.5%. And these are very important fractions which you use in your everyday life, and I thought you need to understand this. And you can't be, anytime you get these questions, you start dividing and finding the decimal part or percentage part. So it's important to memorize this, right, and remember these fractions as decimals and percentages. And so I think that's the end of it.